everyone, Voodoo here. So you're probably wondering, what the hell is the headset? Well, my microphone actually stopped working. I wanted to record my standing mic. So for the time being, we'll be using the headset microphone, at least for this video. Maybe for the next one. I'm working on getting a new cord. It should be here soon. Amazon work a little quicker. So we'll be wearing this for now. Sorry if audio sounds a bit different. I tested it and it sounded okay, so we're rolling with it. But yeah, so we are here today with the final of the bosses in the Mythic Neru'bar Palace. We are doing Queen Ansurek. Yes, so my guild just killed on Mythic recently. We're a bit delayed because of American Thanksgiving. I'm not American, but most of my guild is. So we're like a week or two behind where we should be. But we killed it pretty decently well, especially for a 6-hour guild. And we're pretty happy with where we ended up. So today, talking through tips, builds you should be playing and stuff like that, and going over my kill VOD. If you want to see the full unedited kill VOD, it's up on Twitch, where you should follow me, by the way. I'm going to start trying to stream a little more regularly. And make sure also that you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Liking is free. It's the easiest way to support me, spread this video to more people, and help the channel grow. And with that, enough yapping. Let's go on to the video. All right, so here we are in game again. Headset thing. See the start. My mic's broken. We're using the headset for now. But basically, talent, nothing crazy. We're just using the stock talent single target build here. I wouldn't really change this for anything. There's nothing really to change it out for. This is mostly a single target fight where you do have a lot of AoE damage on adds. But at this point in the tier, the add damage is going to be pretty irrelevant. And your damage to the boss is going to be what matters. High enough boss damage lets you skip the final portal set in P3, which you need to do. So you're going to want to be doing this. In terms of trinkets, I ended up using Transmitter and Mad Queens. I think that's the best, perfectly fine. If you don't like using Transmitter, Scardens is fine because of all the AoE in P2. Not great for boss damage though. Can also use a contract. Mad Queens is great. I would keep it. Really good for pushing the shield as you're progging. Really good for boss damage as well. I would end up using this combination there. All right, everybody, so here we are with the actual kill VOD. Now again, this is up on Twitch. Go follow me on Twitch, links in the description. Also, you can go watch the unedited version here with comms and stuff if you want to go see that. But yeah, so let me just fix my camera here 1 second. So we're gonna be talking through everything. So first things first, I always pop my thing pre-pull, my transmitter. I pop it around 6 seconds or so. I find that works out pretty well. And then you have your burst going into your opener here. So we go in. So hop on our pad here. We set off to the side here because we get buffed by sorry, I don't have this muted, so it's throwing me off. We get buffed by Potion Bomb, and I just do my normal opener here. Now I do end up holding my I-beam just ever so slightly. There's two reasons for that. One, you can pad on the on these things that come up here. Two, it helps clear any that aren't broken. And three, it's just a little bit better for timing. Also helps me live over stack with people. Now the thing with those is that you should be breaking them every time if you can. Now obviously Havoc has no way of breaking them. So what Havoc has to do is you either need a hunter or a paladin to freedom you, or a monk, I guess, but monk to them as well. Hunter or a paladin to freedom you every single time, because they also can break it. Now, if you're doing a hunter, the second set gets a little dicey, but overall, you do not want to be hitting those basically ever, unless people call for them, just because of how it works out. So here we are, dodging these, most important thing in the fight. These are going to instantly kill you every single time. Try and stay to the outside here. That's generally going to be the safest spot. And then we're going into the first main mechanic of P1, which are all these soaks here. So this one's pretty easy. All you have to do is go in and wait, and you get hit up and launched up. I do pop the second one, so we'll look out for that. Don't stand in those circles, dodge the waves. Important tip for these waves, I'll go back a bit. Make sure you can always see the epicenter. If you're looking in a way where you can always see where the center is and know where your character is, then you should be pretty easy to dodge the waves. If you can't see this epicenter, then you're going to get hit by these waves, which will instantly kill you. So I look, pass through one, go, look at the other, go back through. Great darkness point right here because we're stacking up to bait more swirlies on the ground, and then we are going into another round of roots. I backflip out there just to get it done because there's not a ton of time to backflip before these roots come out. Another great time here for Essence Break. It comes up naturally anyways. Use Essence Break. Sometimes these don't get broken out, so that's a great time to use it. And then we go into more of these beams. Always dodge these again. These are scary and going to be your main wipe condition in P1. Otherwise, just try and hang on the edge so you can bait them a little bit better. And just chill and stuff like that. So we got them here. There we go. Just look for an open spot. They always kind of spawn slightly off from each other, so you should be able to find an open spot pretty reliably. And they do end up going away in order, so we can see that this one's going to appear first, then that one, then this one, and they'll go off in the same order as well. So you can use that to dodge if you're in a horrible situation. These come out again, and the only important thing here is you want to line them up in a line. If these are off center, when you go to pop it, you'll end up killing people because they'll land in the first one. So I'm popping number 2 here, so I go just as soon as this debuff falls off. I try and squeak out a little bit extra GCDs out of that. I use the hunt when I come down, and then I get out. So here, just be safe. I use my transmitter out here just because there's like not a ton of time otherwise. Like, yeah, I'm missing DPS time, but you kind of want to be using it on CD as much as you possibly can just to get, you know, it back in time for stuff later in the fight. And here, this route again. This one's really important to clear. This one you always need to clear. And then we're going to more blades. Blades happen pretty easy here. Most of the hard part of P1 is over at this point. Just doing damage. So here we actually are going to send our meta. Now, if you're progging the fight and you're not beating the shield consistently yet, I would hold this meta and I would use it on the shield. If you are not progging this fight or you are past the shield point, send it there. The reason for that is because otherwise you'll be holding it until P2 anyways, and this lets you get another use out of it. So it's pretty good there. So I also end up using I-beam a little bit earlier. Actually, I don't even do it this time. Normally I delay my I-beam, or I send my I-beam a little quicker than normal. I ended up wasting an inner demon there. Obviously don't do that. Pause here while I talk through that. Don't waste your inner demons if you can. I would just do Death Sweep, Chaos Strike, I-beam just for timings in the later in intermission 1. But it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Here we have a soak that comes basically right as the lines happen. So the first line's going to go off right here, and you have to soak it, or sorry, the second line goes off here, and you have to soak it really like almost as soon as that last line goes off. So you want to be baiting away from this if you can. If you're a melee that has to go in there, you can kind of hang out over here maybe, but you want to try and bait away from these circles as much as you possibly can. You have to move into them as soon as they're safe, basically. Because you notice circle 1 goes off almost instantly. We go off pretty shortly after that, and away we go. Great time to use Mad Queens there. If you, again, don't need to save it for intermission. If you are having trouble with the shield intermission, it's a great thing to save. And then we go into P1. So the thing with Havoc here is that you can use your wings to cancel the pullback. Now, you will be dropping a puddle every time you get pulled back. I go out here just to be safe, just so we drop a puddle in a good spot, and then I use my wings right away. You can just kind of hop over into the goop, drop your puddle, and go back. You get a lot more uptime that way. But realistically speaking, I don't think Havoc's a great spec for doing that because our 2 ways of stopping it, A, they're not super consistent if you're not used to it, and B, Netherwalk can just live stuff, but you don't want to really mess up where you're placing the web. Totally can do that. I probably will on re-clears, but on prog and stuff like this, I don't want to mess it up. So here, I eventually retreat through these waves here so don't get hit. These will instantly kill you. Fell Rush and use my Essence Break cooldown. Just popping off again. And for the second one, I'm going to use my Netherwalk. So I go in about 2 or 3 seconds, run into the group here, and this is where Spirit Link will come down. I use my Blur for the first set, and then I use Hunt on this as well. And we should be pretty chill to beat this. At the end, we pulled a lot of damage off of this. You can use VR and Fellblade here. I'd be very careful with that. Again, if you hit a wave, you die. And you want to beat this third rest. That third rest will kill you pretty easily. Little tip for damage as well. She is vulnerable for a few seconds after you phase here. So if you want to hold some Fury, I didn't do it on this pull, but if you want to pull some Fury and hold a Death Sweep for while she's sitting here, so you can go right now before she finishes her cast, you get another % off of it. So we phase at 51.5, which isn't like amazing. You want to be at least below 52 or less, or maybe 54 or less. I don't remember. You can get it pretty low. Obviously, any damage you do here will help at the end of the fight for P3. I think our best was 49.9% when we phased, but 51.5 is okay. Or no, 51 might have been our best. I don't remember. A lot of our damage is very backloaded. We will let execute. I'll go over to the Void Speakers here. Now, there's a few choices here. So you can use your Essence Break on this platform, and you'll have it back up again for P2. Or you can use your Essence Break on platform 1 and just raw meta platform 2 and then have Essence Break for the add on the third platform. I do it here just to help with prog. I think this is the worst parsing option, but it's not really a big difference. So I hold my trinket to use with meta, and I end up going through I-beam, Essence Break, everything like that. While you're doing this, watch out for these orbs. You get hit by these orbs, you die immediately. which is not good. Not for good for business. I don't know what happened there. I was getting some lag spikes. Once you go through here, you'll get knocked up. Just try and line yourself up as best as you can. You have wings, it doesn't really matter. And then tag these as soon as you can to put the buffs on them, and then go out and DPS them. This lag, I don't remember what was happening here, but you can just hang out pretty close to the edge. You have wings to come back on, so just stick to this expeller. Try and bait the beam this way. I'm on range side. Try and beat the beam left and right, and you'll end up just doing a fair bit of damage here to these ads. So we're going away here, just kind of killing them. You want to beat this rest. We end up beating it, so that's fine. We like just beat it, that one. And then we come into these ads. So if you used I-beam on the first platform, I would just meta here if you're trying to parse. You can have an I-beam, you'll have some demon surge and stuff so up here as well, because hitting these skitters for a ton of damage is how you parse in this fight. If you are progging this, blow up these ads up here. That's going to be what matters. These ads don't really do a ton. I do some damage to them, but we mostly leave them alone until they get upstairs. I don't know why they're way over there. Someone rooted them, I guess. I end up having to mark one of these. Havoc can't kick these. You can if you jump off and then fell rush back, but it's very dangerous, so just kind of don't do that. My goal here is to kill the Expeller. We have other classes doing the Worshipper. And here, I've seen some people save Essence Break and I-Beam. I think that's okay. I think that's correct to save I-Beam and stuff for the next platform, especially if you meted on those random ads, just for more damage. So here, I just Death Sweep them, do as much as I can before we end up going through. I take the first gate up here. So the gate is a new mechanic for P2 here. So basically what happens is every 12 seconds, this gate will explode. And to cause it to not explode, someone has to go through. So what you do is you wait till there's 4 seconds left. The gate will glow red, as we can see. So here it's glowing normal. There's no thing up there. And then this will glow red. Once that glows red, you want to go through. And you get Gloom Touch on you. You should get dispelled. Got dispelled pretty quickly. And then you can go in and just deal damage to these ads. So if you did your I-Beam, you can do it now and you'll have it back for first skitterers, like if you did I-Beam on those ads down in P2. Otherwise you'll have platform 2. Otherwise you'll have to hold here just so you have them up for first skitterers. Skitterers are very important. So we'll kill this. I am a kick. That kick will go off. You'll kill someone instantly, so don't do that. And that Gloom person doesn't need to be dispelled because this auto dispels for you and doesn't deal any damage. So I use my Inertia and my Sigil Flame here. You do get an extra one. I throw out my Trinket because, again, you get it back. And just do some damage here. Again, I'm just sitting on I-Beam Essence Break. So having your I-Beam Essence Break up for the last ad in P2 is another viable one. It just depends where you need your damage for this fight. But the boss comes down, and now we are in P3, the final phase. Honestly, kind of the easiest phase. First mechanics that come up here, Infest. These are going to be a bunch of small ads that you absolutely need to blow up as Havoc. So I'm popping my Trinket here. We have everything ready. We throw down a Ring of Peace, because if those get off, then you just kind of immediately die. Boss gets pulled really far away, which is pretty bad for cleave. Ideally, you want to keep boss pretty close to it if you can, as long as you're being safe. Man, so many mechanics have happened since I was talking there. But basically just I-Beam on these ads, blow them up. Ideally, the boss doesn't go as far as they did again. Like, you'll have time. So ideally, like, the boss can just stay here the whole time. We pulled away just to be safe because, again, we're like very good on damage. So like, boss can definitely stay here the whole time so we get free cleave on it. But ads blow up, we go back to boss, and away we go. Next set of ads comes up. These things here, you need to break these things shields while dodging these web blades. These are back, by the way. So what melee do is we'll cleave down this one in the middle here, as well as the one closest to square. Once those are down, just kick them. Their casts actually do a lot of damage. And then the portals come out. This is just a non-ending mechanic slop. This is end bosses for you. So these portals allow classes to get past the ring. As a Havoc, you can double jump and glide over it with Fell Rush, so you shouldn't worry about it too much. I didn't get assigned to take one of these essences. I was a backup in case someone died. But what these do is they put a dot on you that you pick them up, and if these on the ground hit that ring that expands out, you die and the raid blows up like immediately. So you have to pick them up and either hop over the ring, teleport over the ring, or go through the portal. Now, if you go through the portal, you get a dot put on you and you do damage around you. And if you go through the portal with one of these essences, you destabilize it and cause it not to be useful after like a second. So ideally, you don't want anyone taking these through. We have our tank Blood Death Knight be the only person taking this through a portal. Everybody else will jump and Fell Rush or teleport or hop or whatever across the ring. These balls as well will instantly kill you. Watch out for those. So just 2 damage here. I should have hunted. I did there. And you can do damage right up until this stops. So be careful to pull in. Just get so much damage. I was pretty safe there. Double jump, fell rush over. Spread out here so that they have room. And then we're going into lust. So here we lust. And then basically right away, we're going to get another infest. I'm saving my meta for this infest. I shouldn't have immolation or sigil flamed. I just wasn't thinking. So I lose my debuff for these. So save that. We go back into this. This is potion. And just blow up these ads. Try and keep the boss close as well. So here is much better because I can actually hit everything. Again, they go off to queen summons and just blow up the boss here with lust. Next new mechanic are these web things. These hurt. So if you get this on you, pop Netherwalk or else you're going to die. That's basically the only way to do it. If you get some externals, you might be able to live with blur, but Netherwalk is like your only surefire way. These do millions of damage to nearby and you kind of just stack them up here and you will have to cleave them down. So darkness is a great thing to live here as well. Everyone lives through it. Perfect. More of these acolytes are up. There are 4. Again, break their shields. You'll drop more essences, and it's the same thing at this point. So cleave the shackles down. Do not touch them because they will trap you. I end up using my trinket there. And at this point, the fight just repeats. Now it's going to get scary. Things are going to really hurt. I think someone picked up an essence they shouldn't have. Yeah, Pud picked up an essence he shouldn't have, which is not great. But does he die with it? I think he does. I think it just drops and someone else grabs it, thankfully. Yeah, that wasn't the end of the world. But at this point in the fight, you want to just be nuking the boss as much as you can. Dodge all these waves. If you get another one of these waves, then you're going to be in trouble because there's going to be 5 essences next time, and it's going to start causing some weird things to start happening. You might be able, if you're like super crazy, to do essence break combo there. I just hold to be safe. I nether walk because I didn't need anything else and just being safe there. At this point, boss is basically dead. You're trying to just push the boss as much as you can. We have the small ads coming up. That's why I held Essence Break. Actually, I forgot that more sets were coming. So both of our warriors are dead, so I got to do some heavy lifting here. I have my trinket. I have my sigil. I fell rush in. I-beam. Again, boss gets moved really far, which you don't want. But we kill the ads as much as we can. They're mostly dead at this point. I get forced off of them to go do death sweep on the boss. They get killed and the boss is at 6%. So here we are ignoring all of these ads. We're using everything we have to live this shackle thing. So I actually didn't use blur. Blur just came up and I don't think I registered it. The pull during these web blades is dangerous, but at this point it's kill a boss or die basically. And with more optimization, we had 4 people dead at this point, this boss would be dead by now. But just take this portal out, be safe with it. Boss is at 1% at this point and it should die pretty easily. So there's a lot of things here. There's a lot of mechanics on this fight. Hopefully me walking through you like this, I wasn't actually expecting it to die. You can see my reactions like what. But it did. We got CE, which is pretty sick. Horrible loot, by the way, like nothing good. We don't have a rogue right now. Our rogue is out this tier. So just like horrible loot. But overall, pretty fun fight. We got a grats in chat. Pretty fun fight. I enjoyed it. Biggest things again are just be safe. Save your essence breaks and stuff for these ads. It's your job to blow them up. On P2, I think do it metaing the second platform is proper. I think using your I-beam on platform 1 would be better rather than platform 0 where the boss is. But that's something I didn't really think about a ton until after prog was over because I was just kind of like doing what I was doing. I think on future kills I'll do that. And then again, if you're trying to pad, you want to blow as much damage to these skitters as possible. Trying to kill the boss though, I wouldn't do that. So that's this. If you have any questions, let me know. I might do one more video as like a retrospective of my thoughts on this raid. I don't know yet. Let me know if you want to see that. Otherwise, that's the fight. Ended up like 2nd or 3rd overall damage, which is like chill. I think the Shadow Priest was kind of padding on shields a bit at the end, which is a little bit funny. And yeah, there we go. Pretty fun stuff. Honestly, a pretty enjoyable end boss. And that is the tier. So there you go, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Peace.
A big thank you to all of my channel members. Thank you to Zuligan, rpalms46, Fear Redefined, Justin Penny, Callum Price, Gabrielle Correa, MagicMan133, Falafador and Dark Terror, Sky Elk, and Brad Wisniak. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel a little bit, consider becoming a channel member down below. And just thanks for watching the videos, everybody. Even if you don't become a channel member, you're still supporting me. So thanks, everybody. See you guys next time. Peace.